Hello everyone, welcome. So, are you just starting your journey with Oracle Fusion? And are you, feeling a little lost with all the new terms and concepts? If you really want to understand the basics of human capital management, or HCM as we call it, then you are in the right place. In today's session, we are going to break down all the important building blocks, and we'll do it in a very simple and easy to understand way.
So this is what we're going to cover today. First, we'll start with the big question. What exactly is Oracle Fusion HCM? Then, we'll move on to something very practical. We'll see how you can build a digital version of your company right inside the system. After that, we will look at how you organize all your employees, your workforce. And then we'll discuss something that confuses many beginners, and that is the difference between jobs and positions. And finally, we'll just wrap up with the key points that you should remember. So, shall we begin?
Okay, so let's start with our first topic. We need to understand the big picture. What is Oracle Fusion HCM all about?
Just, think about this for a moment. Imagine a very big company with thousands of employees, and these employees are working in different countries, some in India, some in the US, some in the UK, everywhere. So how does this company manage everything? Things like hiring people, paying their salaries, managing their leaves, and on top of that, they have to follow the different laws of each country. It's a very big and complicated problem, right?
Well, the answer to that big problem is a system like Oracle Fusion Cloud HCM. The easiest way to think about it is it's one single software that takes care of everything related to employees. For example, it handles core HR. This means it stores all the basic information about every employee. It also manages payroll, which means it calculates everyone's salary and taxes correctly. And it also takes care of absence management, which is basically tracking all the leaves and holidays. So, in short, it brings all the HR work into one single place.
Okay, so we now know what the system does. But how does it work from the inside? How do you actually create a digital copy of your company in the software? This brings us to a very, very important concept, which is called the enterprise structure.
To understand this concept better, let's use a simple analogy. Imagine you are building a house. Now, before you start thinking about the rooms or what color to paint the walls, you need two things first, right? You need a very strong foundation, and you need a proper blueprint or a plan. The enterprise structure in Oracle is exactly that. It is the foundation and the main blueprint for your entire company, inside the system.
So the main thing to remember is this. The enterprise structure is like the skeleton of your company, but a digital one. It defines how your company is set up legally, for things like taxes. It defines how the company runs its daily business. And it organizes all the different parts of the company within the Oracle system. This is the absolute first step. Without this foundation, you cannot build anything else.
Now, this structure has a few levels. Let's go through them one by one. At the very top, you have the enterprise. Just think of this as the entire global company, the main parent organization. Below the enterprise, you have legal entities. For example, if your company works in India and also in the US, then you will create two legal entities. One for India, which is registered under Indian law, and a second one for the US, registered under American law. Simple. Next, we have business units. These are the teams that actually do the work, like the sales department or the marketing department. And finally, we have the legislative data group, or LDG. Now, this one is very important. An LDG is basically a box that holds all the rules for a particular country, rules about payroll, taxes, and HR. So for your company in India, you will have an Indian LDG with all the Indian laws inside it. And for the US, you'll have a separate US LDG with American laws.
All right, so with the enterprise structure, our digital house now has a foundation and walls. But a house is empty without people, isn't it? So now it's time to add the people, the employees who will work in this company. This is where workforce structures come in.
So what are these workforce structures? In very simple words, these are the blocks you use to define your employees in the system. It's all about putting in the details, like who the employee is, what is their role, which team do they work for, and who is their manager. This is the part that makes your digital company come alive. Let's look at the key parts of these workforce structures. First, you have departments. This is very easy to understand, like your sales department, marketing, or IT department. Then we have grades. Grades are basically used to show seniority or pay levels. For instance, a junior person could be at grade 1, while a team lead could be at grade 2. It helps organize people. And finally, we have jobs and positions. Now please pay close attention here, because these two are very important, and it is essential that you understand the difference.
Okay, now we come to a topic that confuses a lot of freshers. So let's really focus on this and make it crystal clear. We're going to look at the very important difference between a job and a position.
So, what is the difference? A job is simply a generic name for a role. Think of it as a template. For instance, accountant is a job. It just describes the general duties of an accountant. Now, a position is a specific chair in a specific department. For example, senior accountant for the sales team in Delhi. That is a position. See the difference? So one job like accountant can have many positions. You could have 10 accountants in the finance team, 5 in the sales team, all in different locations.
So, which model should a company use? Jobs or positions? This table gives us a very good idea. You see, companies in industries like finance, IT services, or construction, they mostly use a job-based model. Why? Because the roles are more or less standard. An accountant does similar work everywhere. But if you look at government organizations or universities, they prefer to use a position-based model. And the reason is, in these places, every single seat, every single post has a specific budget approved for it. So they need to track each and every position very, very carefully.
All right, we've covered a lot. So before we finish, let's quickly go over the most important points from our session today. Let's just do a quick recap. So, there are 4 key things that you should definitely remember. First, Oracle HCM is a complete software package that can manage all your HR work. Second, the enterprise structure is the basic foundation or blueprint of your company in the system. Third, workforce structures are what you use to organize all your employees in their different roles. And finally, and this is a very important one, always remember that a job is a general template, but a position is a specific individual seat in the company.
So there you have it. That was a very basic introduction to Oracle Fusion HCM. You now have a good idea of the foundational elements. You know how an entire organization is structured within the system. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Now that you know the foundation, what will you build on top of it? Thank you so much for your time.